Welcome back, everybody, to another video. I never thought I would say the day when I was making a video about XRP Ripple, but I also never thought I'd see the day when XRP was bringing smart contracts to the XRP ledger, and that is exactly what Flare Network intends to do. I think this is going to be absolutely huge for the value of XRP and bringing smart contracts. We're talking about DeFi, we're talking about dApps, we're talking about all these other things that bring incredible value to the underlying ecosystem. And when XRP is going to be the equivalent of ETH in this smart contract environment, plus all of the institutional adoption that XRP has been having lately, it builds a very strong use case. And as always, at the end, I go into some very interesting price speculation, and I make a chart that you can easily follow and download and edit for yourself. All right, guys, if that sounds good to you, stay tuned and make sure you watch the very end so you see what these price speculations are. You don't want to miss this one because it is incredibly powerful. And when it comes to risk-reward ratio, I think this is one of the best opportunities in the entire space. This is massive, massive news. All right, guys, thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, share with everybody, hit the bell. All right, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate it. I will see you in a second. Okay, everybody, welcome back. If you haven't watched my videos before, my name is 𝗂𝘅. I am the CEO and founder of Master Ventures. And to be honest with you, I never thought that I would see the day that I felt necessary to make a video about XRP, the local currency of Ripple. Full disclosure, I do have an equity stake in Ripple Labs, and I do hold XRP. And after I did this research, I filled my bags with even more XRP. And I think this is a very interesting thing what's going on here. I am a hardcore advocate of decentralization, and therefore I've never been very excited about what XRP and Ripple were doing. However, I feel like it's important as a company and as an investor myself to look at opportunities that I see have high reward and low risk opportunities. And I think this is one of them. So let's dive into it. First, I'm going to give you an overview of XRP and Ripple, the adoption, and what I think is happening there based on the latest reports and some partnerships. And then I'm going to dive into the new project called Flare that is going to bring smart contracts and DeFi to XRP. All right, so let's just jump into this Q2 2020 XRP market report. So in Q2 2020, total XRP sales were $32.55 million USD versus $1.75 million in the previous quarter. Ripple continued the pause of programmatic sales, focusing solely on over-the-counter sales as part of providing increased XRP liquidity to RippleNet's on-demand liquidity for customers. This added liquidity is vital as ODL continues to evolve and expand into new corridors. So if you don't know what ODL is, so a bank, for example, or any institution who wants to send money cross-border or from institution to institution can choose to use RippleNet, which means that they don't have to use XRP. RippleNet is something similar to SWIFT, where it allows value to be transacted cross borders or from institution to institution on a rail. Now, when I watched an interview with Brad Garlinghouse, he told me, not me, actually. He told whoever the audience was, and I guess I was one of the audience members, that the plan was that banks weren't comfortable with cryptocurrency, right? But if there was this thing back in like 2017 and 18 when blockchain became on institutions' radar, and there was this thing going around like blockchain, not crypto, and so banks were like, yeah, but blockchain, I'm cool with. But crypto, no. So Ripple had the idea, okay, fine, bank, you don't have to use any cryptocurrency. You could just use RippleNet, and we can get your money to your institution of choice extremely faster than using Swift, and it's going to cost you a hell of a lot less. They're like, oh, that sounds good. Let's try it out. So then you had banks all over the world trying out RippleNet and liking the results that they got. And then Brad said what they planned on doing is that once the banks got comfortable using RippleNet and saw that it was effective and that it's fast and that it's cheaper, and once banks started accepting cryptocurrency more, and now in 2020, we're seeing that it is becoming legal for banks to custody crypto, and it's not so crazy of an idea anymore. It will be an easy sell for Ripple to go back to the bank and say, hey, you know what? If you use XRP, it's going to be even faster and even cheaper to transfer value cross-border. So it would make perfect sense then that every bank that's using RippleNet eventually would just switch over and start using ODL, which is on-demand liquidity, which is when someone uses RippleNet but is using the XRP as the medium of exchange to send the value from one institution to the next. So this is why I think there's going to be a huge increase in the demand of XRP very, very soon. One of the reasons. Total sales, OTC only, given the programmatic pause, ended the quarter at 18 basis points of crypto compare top tier volumes. This is compared to total sales in the previous quarter of only 0.6 basis points of crypto compare top tier. So that is a huge increase. Let me just show you this chart down here. So Q1 2020, there was 1.75 million in sales, and Q2, 33 million almost. So this is sales of XRP to the institutions. So you're seeing a huge increase in the demand of institutions that are now want XRP. This validates what I just said. Okay, so now let's go down and look at here, on-demand liquidity, what I was talking about before. More than ever, financial institutions are seeing the value of RippleNet's ODL service to provide instant global payments and meet market demand, especially during the times of crisis due to the exposed risk and increased volatility. In Q2 2020, ODL accounted for nearly 20% of RippleNet volume. That is huge. Comparing just H1 2019 with H1 2020, RippleNet experienced 11x year-over-year growth in on-demand liquidity transaction volume. That is a huge amount of increase in demand for XRP, and it's just going to continue to grow and grow and grow. XRP integrations and liquidity update. The development of liquidity and robust markets is a key success of ODL. The second quarter of 2020 saw numerous integrations that helped contribute to the health of XRP markets. Of note, Binance launched XRP exchange-traded options contracts. In the derivative space, XRP perpetuals are now found on all top 5 derivative venues after Huobi's DM derivatives market's launch of XRP perpetuals in April 2020. Additional notable integrations from Q2 2020 include Sygnum Bank, Zero Hash, Swisscom blockchain, and so that's that. So then we have Xspring, which is the investment arm of Ripple. In June, Xspring, Ripple's open developer platform for money, joined over 46 companies, including Blockchain.com, BitPay, Brave, Flutterwave, BitGo, GoPay, Care, blah, 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 to unveil PayID. So what PayID is PayID is just something to simplify payments, right? So I'm always talking about grandma friendly, right? And we don't want to have to copy and paste these long, complicated things into something to send money to somebody, right? So PayID is something that's just going to be like, hey, send money to Bob, send money to Alice, and just going to tap their name, have them in your contacts, and boom, it's going to send stuff over there. So they're working on making crypto easier for the masses. Moving on. If you don't know yet, so this is kind of, maybe this is your first kind of exposure to Ripple and all they're doing, they have an enormous list of partners. And I mean, so this is like huge. Imagine when these partners start using XRP for the reasons that we mentioned before. So this list is even super outdated. I couldn't find an updated one. This is about a year old. Let's just look at this list of Ripple partners. Whew. So I'm not gonna read them all because they would take the whole video. American Express, Standard Chartered, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, PNC Financial Charters, blah, 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 blah. All these banks, Banco Santander, like banks, remittance money transfer firms, American Express, FX International Payments. And then you have MoneyGram. You also have Western Union, SBI Remit, and then foreign exchange companies, more of these guys, cryptocurrency exchanges, Coin1 and SBI Virtual Currencies, two huge exchanges, payment providers, all of these guys, software technology, all of these guys, miscellaneous, Deloitte, Accenture, Arrington XRP Capital, like list goes on and on. So you have this massive list of huge institutions and things like that that are using Ripple, and eventually I believe they will all be using XRP. So you have this huge ecosystem, huge. And it's something like, you know, almost like the EEA, the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. I mean, this is a huge progress. And, you know, I just can't believe that the price of XRP hasn't really moved ever. Like, I mean, not ever, you know, obviously, but like it's staying very stable. However, I am making this video because I believe we are coming up to a point where it will explode. So let me introduce to you this new project that's going to add an entire new use case and an extremely important one to XRP. So it is called Flare Networks launches Ethereum smart contracts on XRPL. So there's this new network called Flare Network, and basically what it's going to do is add the ability for smart contracts to exist on or within the XRP ecosystem. So you'll be able to use XRP for gas and be able to run your smart contracts. This is extremely important. Let me just read this article to you and you can kind of see what's going on here. According to the white paper published a few days ago, Flare Network solves two fundamental problems of the blockchain industry. Firstly, 75% of the value stored in a public blockchain cannot be currently used in a trusted manner with smart contracts. That's because when you have a lot of the value, most of it's tied up in Bitcoin and XRP, there's no smart contracts ability for that, right? And Ethereum there is, but most of the value is in Bitcoin and XRP. The second problem is the provision of a secure ecosystem that provides sufficient scale for the execution of smart contracts. Flare Networks wants to address these challenges. Flare Networks enables the execution of smart contracts on XRP Ledger. Flare Network has already partnered with Ripple's Xspring development arm in late 2019 to bring smart contracts to the XRP Ledger. In May of this year, Ripple partner launched the first constant test network to test the use of smart contracts on the XRP Ledger. Costin still serves as a test environment for developers to evaluate applications and their potential of the project. Flare Networks is the first Turing full federated Byzantine agreement, or FBA protocol, and the new use case for XRP. The execution of smart contracts on XRPL will be created from its use. Flare Network will integrate the Ethereum virtual machine, enabling public and private networks to use and execute smart contracts. This is huge. I have so much I can say about this, but I'll just keep reading for now and I'll give you some comments in a minute. The white paper explains in detail now how XRP will be integrated in the Flare Network's ecosystem and how this will create new incentive for network users. FXRP is a trustless representation of the XRP token on the Flare network, which enables XRP holders to use smart contracts with the XRP token. This ensuing ecosystem provides incentives for agents to participate via the earning of fees as well as the capacity for arbitrage. Does this sound like something to you? Maybe a little bit like DeFi, being able to kind of stake your tokens and earn incentive? In the Flare network, the SPARK token, FXRP, is used to represent XRP token as a security in the network. The FXRP system is a set of financial mechanisms encoded in smart contract that enables XRP holders to create and redeem a one-to-one representation of the XRP token on the Flare network, called FXRP. In order to achieve this, the system relies on agents participating in the system, putting up SPARK as collateral and earning fees in return. So there's going to be, and I'll talk about this more in a minute, but there's going to be a one-to-one airdrop of SPARK to XRP. And so this is another reason that I think it's incredibly valuable to stock up on XRP right now to make sure that you get this one-to-one airdrop of FXRP for every single XRP that you hold. By providing this interface, the XRP ledger can be used in any decentralized application, thus greatly extending the range of applications for XRP. Scalability is also ensured, as the XRPL, which is the XRP ledger, offers a significant higher transaction throughput compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum. Josh Edwards, VP Engineering of Flare Networks, described his project as having a transformative power to revolutionize the entire industry. Flare brings together the value of non-Turing complete tokens with the transformative power of smart contracts on a network that could scale for value as well as transaction throughput. So, and this is extremely important. If you've watched some of my videos before, the Wan chain video, the Cardia chain video, the Orion video, you will know that I am constantly talking about the need, because all of the DeFi, all of everything exists on Ethereum, but there's problems with Ethereum. So you need to build a bridge. You cannot just take Ethereum head on. You need to build a bridge. So what you build on these other alternative smart contract platforms can also work in Ethereum, because you need access to the Ethereum ecosystem. So most recently, Xspring announced financial support for projects to increase interoperability between the XRP ledger and Ethereum by using Interledger Protocol, a bridge that will be built between XRP and ETH, giving Ripple access to rapidly growing DeFi market. According to data from DeFi Pulse, the capital tied up in the DeFi market has risen to a record $4.71 billion. Okay, moving on. So SPARK issuance. The best community to own the asset that enables the use of XRP with Turing complete smart contracts is the community that will use it and benefit from it. XRP holders. Flare is not doing an ITO or an IEO or an ILO. Instead, it's doing what's called a utility fork. We believe it's a first of its kind. A fork traditionally has sought to take the user base of an existing network and depart entirely from that network, usually to have an agnostic relationship with the original chain. In contrast, a utility fork, and before I go there, so for example, when Bitcoin was forked to Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Cash was trying to disrupt Bitcoin. When Ethereum Classic forked from Ethereum, it was trying to disrupt Ethereum. This is forking XRP, but it's trying to add more utility to XRP. It's very interesting. In contrast, a utility fork is intended to bring value back to the original chain instead of moving away from it. Flare lets XRPL do what it does best, fast settlement, while bringing to XRPL smart contracts and the feasibility to create a trustless pipeline to other blockchains. We think this is truly powerful combination and perfect example of utility. And this talks a little bit about the token economics. Basically, it just says 100 billion SPARK tokens will be created to mirror the quantity of XRP tokens that exist. There are approximately 45 billion XRP tokens that do not belong to Ripple Labs. The objective of the distribution is that XRP holders other than Ripple can claim approximately 1-to-1 amount of their SPARK to the XRP holdings. 45 billion SPARK will be claimable to XRP holders, stripping out known Ripple Labs addresses. 25 billion SPARK will go to Flare Networks Limited, which is Flare's for-profit organization. 30 billion SPARK will go to Flare Foundation. As many XRP owners actually use exchanges to hold the XRP tokens, there's a possibility that there's a possibility that a holder of XRP who wishes to claim SPARK tokens may be unable to, because either the exchange claims the SPARK and retains them rather than passing them on, or alternatively doesn't claim them at all. So this is extremely interesting right here. So to allow XRP owners to take part in the distribution, either by pressuring their exchange to distribute the SPARK tokens or to move exchanges that does, the snapshot of the XRP ledger will be taken at a date near to the launch. A list of participating exchanges will be posted on the Flare's website and updated periodically. The snapshot ledger number will be posted on the website when the snapshot has been taken. So this is an incredibly interesting approach, and why I think that this Flare network will be listed on all major exchanges. The reason is because you're doing a fork, and it's the same reason why Bitcoin Cash got listed on every exchange. Because if I'm holding my XRP tokens in XYZ exchange, whatever, that exchange either needs to facilitate the fork and give me my FXRP tokens. And if they're not going to facilitate it, then I'm going to pull my tokens off the exchange and take them somewhere else. And that could potentially mean me no longer that's a lot of value extracted from that exchange, because if I keep my tokens there, that means maybe I'm going to trade them there. The exchange is going to get more trading fees, etc. So this is kind of like a very interesting way. It's like a hostile kind of, not a hostile, but it's a way of, it's kind of forcing the hand of exchanges to list your new token, because if they don't, they're going to miss out on a lot of opportunity. So I expect that this token will be listed almost instantly on all major exchanges, which, as you know, it's huge news when any token gets listed on any of the big exchanges. And this one, I think, will be listed instantly, because if they don't, people are just going to leave. See ya. Okay, now give me a minute to talk about the team, because when I go through, and I'm going to talk about every single one of these team members, because every single person is worth talking about. This is one hell of an experienced team. I mean, this gives me a lot of confidence in the project. You know, you see a lot of really cool blockchain projects, and they do very impressive things. Like, I love seeing startups and these guys who are younger, without a whole lot of experience in the world, like just crushing it. It's awesome to see. From an investment perspective, those are far more risky than something like this. And let me go into why that is. So let's meet the founder and CEO, 𝗬𝗂, previous founder of Modular Building System, Future Generations, commodity derivatives portfolio manager at two $1 billion plus funds. He had a Bachelor of Science, Investment and Financial Risk Management at Cass Business School, which is a very, very top tier university. And he also studied machine learning. Sean Rowan, involved in the blockchain space in 2015, when he designed secure vehicular communications protocol, leveraging a blockchain-based public key infrastructure with colleagues at UCLA and TCD, R&D engineer at Rail in Dublin, Ireland, where he developed back-end networking software for a healthcare assistive robot. The latest version of this robot by Rail is featured on the cover of Time magazine in November 2019. That's pretty significant. Okay, and then he has a Bachelor of Mathematics, Communication and Computer Engineering, Machine Learning, brilliant. Right, so Dr. 𝗪𝗓, previous postdoctoral researcher in quantum machine learning. That's just sounds incredibly complicated. Worked in collaboration with Siemens and applications of quantum algorithms to healthcare and image recognition. Holy crap, I can't even imagine wrapping my brain around that. Crazy. Joshua Edwards, VP of Engineering. Josh has an extensive background in engineering from tier 1 consultancies to startups. He has performed lead roles in all of the software development lifecycle and been involved in the blockchain world for the last 2 years. His first interest in blockchain came from a Monero browser miner with the intention of creating an income for everyone. He has worked with over 10 different companies, so that's great. He's worked over 10 different blockchains and to date mainly as a validator. Mo, head of business development. Mo is a certified blockchain instructor, angel investor, and entrepreneur. Mo also works with Hyperloop Transport Technologies as part of their global BD team. Hyperloop is the shit. I love that project. That was brainstormed by Elon Musk, made kind of open source to anybody to work on, and it is I hope that gets built soon. So that's the core team. Now let me show you the advisors. Also a stacked, really solid advisory team. Vanessa. So Vanessa believes in ecosystem collaboration for the advancement and adoption of new technology. Current director and partner programs at Agoric, a safe, smart contract framework for open global economy. Vanessa works with partner foundations and network participants. As director of strategic growth at Ripple, Vanessa built a significant investment portfolio of tech companies with novel use cases in protocol development, ecosystem tools, and smart contracts. So this is extremely important, right? Because when you talk about a smart contract platform being built out, you have to talk about go-to-market strategy and business development. This Flare has the backing of Ripple, and they have a massive institutional relationship with everybody. And Vanessa has all those relationships already. So you're going to have where the whole DeFi space and smart contract space has to date been built mostly by really smart and brave and clever, mostly, younger generation. I think that Flare is going to be something that's more for older generation and a bit more with industry experience. I just can't imagine, and if these companies want to stay relevant, because decentralization has far better value add than centralization. So if I'm a company and I want to make sure that I'm not going to be disrupted by a decentralized product, I'm going to look at building something on something like this to make sure that I stay relevant. And I think that this project has the legs to do that. So she has actively invested and worked with entrepreneurs through her venture fund, Lattice Ventures, and as executive director of New York Angels. She previously consulted on fintech and government projects and advised brands such as Chobani and eBay on their accelerator programs. Vanessa actively advocates for workplace diversity and the advancement of women and Latinos. After being stranded in Barbados with her husband and 2 kids during COVID quarantine, she is now a New Jersey resident. Okay. All right. Steve Einstein. Steven has served for more than a dozen years as senior partner at PricewaterhouseCoopers chairman office. Okay, that's a big seat to fill. PricewaterhouseCoopers is a huge firm, and he was sitting on as a chairman for a long time. Prior to holding that position, Steven served in various senior level capacities in the M&A departments of Payne Weber Incorporated, Morgan General Co., and leverage buyouts of Kluge, and blah, blah, blah. Basically, this guy just knows what's up. Absolutely. Okay, Jules. Partner, IBM Blockchain Accelerator, IBM Blockchain. Jules leads the IBM Blockchain Accelerator and previously IBM's Blockchain Garage for North America. She is also co-founder and partner at Pros Ventures and was previously partner at Luna Cap Ventures at CEO Brava Investments. Jules co-funded and led 2 venture-backed tech companies, Evolve Law, acquired, and Hire and Esquire. And spent 7 years as an entrepreneur helping companies including Ernst & Young, Salesforce.com, Tiffany & Co. to launch and grow new businesses units around environmental sustainability. These are big companies that Jules was consulting for. Way to go, Jules. That's impressive. David Lufthaus, venture partner, Clocktower Technology Ventures. David is the London-based venture partner leading Clocktower Technology Ventures in the UK and Europe. He's responsible for all fintech investments activity, including originations, investment execution, and portfolio management. In this region, David was previously co-founder and CIO of Prologue Capital and highly successful fixed income global macro hedge funds. David's earlier career in trading spans at JP Morgan, Greenwich Capital, and Goldman Sachs. Booyah. David holds a Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering from the University of Nottingham. All right. And Jean-Pierre Leclerc, former global head of alliances, partnerships, and marketing at Hewlett-Packard. So JP worked with Hewlett-Packard partners to create innovative marketing programs that elevate HP brand. Prior to this, he was VP of marketing at Hewlett-Packard's Printing and Personal Systems Group in the EMEA region. His previous roles included head of advocacy and communications of the Gavi Alliance, a Gates Foundation for Global Health Initiative, chief marketing officer of Philips, Adelante Technology, senior director at WW Strategic Marketing at Palm, and responsible for marketing, communications, PR, government relationships at Apple Europe. And Toby Norfolk Thompson is a private investor, experienced corporate director, and managing director at a leading investment bank where he has spent 17 years trading fixed income products with an emphasis on derivatives and fintechs. He holds an MA in mathematics from Cambridge University. So this is important for when we talk about DeFi, right? Sheikh Dr. Mahid Sultan Al-Qassami. What a name. Impressive. Acting under Secretary Ministry of the Environment at UAE, Majid has keen interest in engaging the youth to further career choices in STEM subjects, and as one of the first veterinarians in his country, where there's only 10, by the way, he plays a vital role in supporting veterinary education and awareness through public speaking, advising, and university curriculum and career coaching to the first batch of vet students. Okay, so that is the team. And right now, so it is still a little bit early. I don't know when Flare is going to do the snapshot, the snapshot is when they take a snapshot of the XRP ledger and say, okay, every address that has XRP today is going to get one FXRP. And right now, there's only one exchange that has signed on to facilitate this this swap, or this airdrop. However, I fully expect this supporting exchange list to grow out massively in the coming weeks, as I think Flare is planning on launching sometime in the next 2 months or so. So now it's time to get into some price speculation. All right, so we have XRP today at a whopping 27 cents, okay? And it topped out before at $3.40 in 2017. And Ethereum, I did that because Ethereum is a smart contract protocol, and it topped out before in 2017, or sorry, beginning of 2018 at about 140 billion. Okay, so let's jump into this speculation sheet. Now, if you watched my videos before, you will see that usually I do a much bigger range in possibilities. But this is just, I usually show like a much more gradual increase. But I think that because you could potentially expect these numbers just on what XRP or Ripple was doing before we had the introduction of Fuse Network. But now it adds so much more value. This is like XRP had a baby with Ethereum. Boom. That's what happened. And better because it's faster, cheaper, a potentially better consensus mechanism. They have improved on it, right? So what I did is I just said, like, look, no doubt, XRP will go to the all-time high of the past, right? Which was $130 billion. It's going to do that because ever since 2017, which has been, 3 years, or, two and a half, a little bit, almost 3 years, there has been so much infrastructure, so many partnerships, so much done. And you see the sales from institutions is rapidly increasing, 11x over last year, right? So I think without a doubt, it's definitely going to go to, now, and remember, none of this is investment advice. You do, as Ivan says, put your big boy pants or your big girl pants on and make your own decisions. However, I am just sharing my research with you. That's all. And telling you what I am doing. And what my opinions are. And my opinion is that it is going to easily go to $130 billion. Absolutely. That's my opinion. Absolutely. And if it does that, it's a 10.6x. Right? Now, if you look at the all-time high of Ethereum and XRP combined, you get a $270 billion market cap. It's almost twice the all-time high of XRP alone. Now, you might say that come on, Kyle, you can't take the all-time high of both of them and combine them together. But why can't you? When in this next bull run, we expect that Bitcoin will increase at least 10x. Ethereum will increase at least 10x. So, look, on this end one, I just put XRP increasing 10x. I would go into more, but the numbers start to get a little bit crazy. But I think that it could even surpass $1.3 trillion for XRP, because we are about to see a trillions of dollars flow into crypto. Trillions of dollars, right? A lot of people think that the market cap of Bitcoin alone, in this bull run, or for sure the next one, will surpass that of gold's, which is $8 trillion, right? And XRP is aiming to disrupt SWIFT, which transacts trillions of dollars all over the world all the time, right? So I don't know the timeline of this, but I think it is reasonable to assume that in the next bull run, we see at least a 10x from the all-time high of XRP. Because why not? Every Bitcoin will do it. XRP will, or Ethereum will do it. I definitely think XRP will do it. And so I still think that this is incredibly feasible and somewhat conservative when you take into account that we're going to be taking everything that Ethereum can do and everything that XRP can do And combining them together, this could potentially even be double this. We could even see potentially a 210% or 210x potentially, right? Okay, but let me show you what these kind of investments look like. So if you put $1,000 in XRP today at the current market cap, and if it hits the all-time high again of XRP, we're talking about that $1,000 doing a 10.6x or turning into approximately $10,560. If it goes to the combined market cap of, let's say, Ethereum and XRP, of the all-time highs, 270 billion. That $1,000 does a almost 22x, turns into almost $22,000. And if it just 10x's from the, which I think is like, I already told you, then that $1,000 turns into $106,000. Now let's say that you put $10,000 in there, and it goes back to the all-time high of XRP. That $10,000 turns into $106,000. If it goes to the all-time high of Ethereum plus XRP, that $10,000 turns into $220,000. And if it goes to the 10x the price of XRP alone, not including the smart contracts, that $10,000 turns into $1.05 million. That is huge. And I don't think it's I don't think it's out of this realm of possibility. And if you put in $100,000, these are huge numbers. And again, you can download this sheet from my Twitter. I will post it there, the link. What you have to do is it'll open something like this. You just go over here to File, you make a copy or you download, and then you can edit it yourself. You can just put it over here, whatever your investment might be, what you think is going to happen. I'll just show you how you can kind of expand this once, right? We just go like something like this. Let's say that we wanted to put in, let's say we made another speculation and we said, okay, what would happen if it just had tremendous success and it 10x'd both Ethereum and XRP. So you would just take this number, and if it 10x this, we're talking about $2.7 trillion, right? So let's just drag this down here, and we said here we change this to 2.7 trillion, for example, 27. That would be a 220x from today, and then this one equals this one here. Nope. This one equals this one here. This one equals this one here. And here's what your numbers look like. A $10,000 investment, if it does that, turns into almost $2.2 million. Life-changing. And I really think, I really, why not? This is definitely speculation, but when you look at the teams that are behind both of these projects, they're all-star teams with proven track records, and they mean serious business. So you make your own decision, but here 10 times all-time high of XRP and ETH. Boom. Up to you. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share with everybody. And thank you so much for tuning in. I will be continuing doing these videos. Please share below in the comments what you thought about this, if you think it's possible, if you thought I'm wrong, and what other kind of videos you'd like me to make, any suggestions, whatever. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day or evening, wherever you are, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.